I was very, very proud of our guys. They played a great game. I think they did good things on special teams and offense and defense. And, I think they rallied together when times were tough. There was some ups and downs in every game, and they just stuck together and they played hard for 60 minutes.
You really slowed their passing attack down enough to find the interceptions. That's, I know, been a big key for them this year. Your thoughts on that today?
Well, we talked about that, and our players, I think, knew on defense that we had to eliminate the big play from them. They're a big play, explosive offense, and we had to slow those things down and take away those big plays because they can score. I mean, they average 42 points a game coming into today, and I think that was our focus, was not to give them any big plays. In fact, when they did score that first touchdown in the first half, that was a direct result of a big play on a third down. They completed a long pass, and boom, boom, all of a sudden now they're down there because they do a lot of different things, and they've got a lot of weapons. So I think our defense did a good job in trying to minimize their gains and keeping the ball in front of them and just attacking the ball from there.
It looked like also like you were dropping a lot of guys, like they said, 7, 8 guys in the coverage. You were kind of taking away a lot of what he could try to throw to.
Yeah, we had a lot of three-man rush, and we went into the game thinking we'll try to get some pressure in his face with three-man rush, even if we don't sack him, just get in his face and take some timing off and try to screw up his reads a little bit and force him to throw it into tight spots.
It looked like, maybe you could speak to this. A lot of those throws were into tight spots. A couple of them were either into double coverage or those kind of throws where it looked like maybe he didn't see who was there until it was too late. Can you tell us a little bit about any of the interceptions or the coverages you guys ran?
I don't know. We just worked out all week on keeping stuff in front of us and making sure we got good drops and just buzzing to our zones that we had to get to and trying to bait the quarterback into throwing something he shouldn't have thrown. But as a defense, I thought we just played really well. We just stepped back and made plays.
Didn't seem to bother you when you switched quarterbacks either, did it?
Met did a great job. He did. Changed a little bit about what we were going to do in that because they're a little bit different, both of them, their styles. But we tried to play to Ahmed's strengths in the second half, and he stepped up and did a great job for us.
Tell us about the play you got hurt, and then your first pass, and maybe your impression of his first pass too.
Well, when Kramer went down, Coach told me to warm up. I'm going in, and he said, "You're throwing a touchdown on this play." And we called the play, and I just threw a fade to Francis for a touchdown.
What was your reaction? I mean, did you when he said that, did you believe him?
Yeah, I know it was a touchdown.
What was your impression of that? Basically, given what you're going through at the time.
I mean, I always knew that I had a good backup quarterback. Well, we've been saying it all year. We've been 1-2 all year, been getting close all year, and we knew he's gotten some chances. Ahmed's gotten some chances throughout the year, and he's really played well when he got in there. And as Coach said, we're two different quarterbacks, and he goes for that throwing style. I kind of do the running. And it's unfortunate. I mean, obviously you always feel bad when you get hurt in a game, but Ahmed stepped in greatly and got a win for us.
What was the injury officially?
I just under my hip flexor. I don't know if it's torn or strained. So.
What was your feeling, at halftime, things settled down, you knew you were going to play the second half,
Yeah.
And at that point it was still a tight game. What was your feeling on the rest of the game and kind of having to lead the team in the most important game of the year?
I mean, getting in the first half and being successful right away gave me a lot of confidence. I knew my teammates were confident in me. The defense was playing great, so going into the second half, I felt really confident.
What about you guys defensively? How did you feel, at the point where it was a tight game? Did you feel like you were doing the things you wanted to do, but they could explode at any time, or did you feel like you were in pretty firm control of the game?
I think we were pretty confident of what we could do, and we knew they were a big play offense, so we just had to make sure we played our football and our style. So we just had to keep them in front of us and just tackle well and do everything we could to stop them from getting any big plays.
The other thing I noticed is your line obviously was much bigger, offensively and defensively, than them. That looked like that had an impact in various spots. What were you thinking about how that would play out during the game? Did you realize it would be that big
No,
of a push?
we thought we might be able to get push on them and stuff like that. When you get some bigger kids, and you hope as the game wears on that they wear against the smaller bodies, but they're good football players. That D-line may not be big, but they're quick. And so we were going to try to hopefully offset their D-line a little bit with our size a little bit and just keep pushing and pushing and pushing on them and so forth. And then our D-line's pretty good size too, and they get some push and they put some strain on you too. So, yeah, the size helps, but they have two really good lines, both offensive line and defensive line. So there was a war out there for 60 minutes with both groups.
Coach, special teams was a big advantage for you guys today. Ryan Sweet dropped 3 punts inside the 20. You got consistent field goal kicking and the blocked extra point too. Talk about the way your unit performed today on special teams.
Well, we always talk to our kids about the importance of the special teams, and we try to work hard on them during this, the week and get ready for it. And Coach Kramer does a good job getting those kids prepared. And, we always talk about extra points and how valuable they are for you, and how if you can block one, it changes the complexion of the game. And it did. We blocked the first one, and I'm not so sure that didn't help him miss the second one, because probably the last one got, almost turned into 2 points for us because we tried to run it back a little bit. But I'm sure that was going through his mind on that second one. When you get one blocked, I think punters and kickers sometimes react to that and so on. And then Chad's done a great job for us all year on the field goals and so on. So our extra points were very important for us, kept us the lead. Our 2 field goals early. I mean, we had two nice drives. Did we want touchdowns? Yeah, we sure did. Because we know how potent of an offense they have. So when you've got opportunities to score, you got to score. And the good thing is, if we didn't get 7, we at least got 3. And those 2 field goals made a huge, huge difference for us. And then the last field goal, of course, now makes it a 2-score game with about 5 minutes to go in the game, and that changes the whole complexion of the football game. And then they had to use the timeouts and so on and so forth. So the clock was working against them.
What was the impact for you guys being, I guess, not necessarily expected to make the playoffs once you guys finished 8-2? Did you use that, I guess, as any sort of motivation or anything like that? Once you get in at 8-2, you have to go on the road, maybe not expected to win. Talk about your thoughts on where you came in and then where you came out.
I think we had nothing to lose because we got in, so we were like, let's do what we can and try to make a run here and get after them.
I mean, we definitely used it as motivation. Anytime people tell you can't do something, you always want to prove them wrong. And we've been hearing that for the past week, how maybe St. John Fisher shouldn't be in the tournament. Maybe they just kind of got pushed in there, stuff like that. And I mean, right from the beginning, we knew it was going to be a tough road. We knew we were going to have to battle. And I mean, getting told you couldn't do it definitely motivated us.
Does it say anything about the quality of the Empire 8-2, given what you did today? I know Salisbury won big.
I think it does. I think, Empire 8's a very good conference, and, it's very hard to go undefeated in that conference. And, it just kind of shows that, we play pretty tough competition throughout the year, and if you lose, you shouldn't be just eliminated out of the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand those middle road teams in the Empire 8 can be a top dog any day. And you have to show up and play every single week, which I think kind of helped us, made us a lot more tougher throughout the year. We were in battles throughout the year, and it kind of gave us the confidence, and we've been rolling since. So,
how would you compare Johns Hopkins to the strength of the teams that you played so far? Would you put them at the top, second or third?
Yeah, I'd say Johns Hopkins would be one of the top teams in Empire 8. They were very good. They had a very good offense, and from the looks of it, like
they're speedy on defense. I think their speed on defense was a lot like the top of the teams of the Empire 8. They got to the ball fast. They flowed fast. Size-wise, as you said, they might not be as big as some teams in the Empire 8, but speed and athleticism, they play good football. I mean, their fundamentals are real good. So.